of Ilustrado restaurant, which had its first home in the walled city of Intramuros. Here is where they carved a name for their famous paella, callos, and lengua, among other favorites. Their success prompted Bonnie Pimentel, owner and proprietor of Ilustrado, to open another branch in Makati. Their second, and not long after, they opened their third branch at the Bonifacio Global City. This is the V by Ilustrado Cafe Lounge. V stands for Volkswagen, and yes, it is in the very elegant showroom of Volkswagen that Ilustrado set up their new home. V by Ilustrado recently had its opening where they showcased some of their more popular dishes for this cafe. As the top executives of Volkswagen Philippines, led by Mr. John Philip Orbeta, President and Chief Executive Officer, and Mr. Franz Decloed, Marketing Director, and Mr. Klaus Schadewald gave them a warm welcome.
We'll be launching our partnership really with Ilustrado. Maybe just a little brief of history. Bonnie Pimentel, the founder and owner of Ilustrado, and I go a long way. I think for us on the golf course, but I'm here to help service our customers, but also to provide an opportunity to Muros. And they had, Chef Bernice has prepared, but these are really the old-time favorites of this.
As we come together, not only to just share the same passion of the automobile or the vehicle, cars, but we're here to share another passion, our passion and love for food.
What we have here right now is a new creation between Volkswagen and a very famous restaurant called Ilustrado. So we did a combination of a very famous Volkswagen showroom with a very famous caterer and a very famous restaurant in Manila to bring both together, that the people have the possibility to enjoy great cars and great food together.
Ilustrado owner Bonnie Pimentel, together with his daughters Bernice and Bea, were on hand to welcome the guests.
Klaus, Ira, good evening. And our friends from the media and the press, Boots, our long time friend, all the way since we started our business together. Until now, we're still together. And my kids, Bea and Bernice, please come over, please. I'm single. These are not my two girls. Anyway, tonight we introduce to you your other alternatives here in BGC. Your other destination, your dining destination here. The B by Ilustrado.
Bonnie talked about how Ilustrado started over 2 decades ago.
Ilustrado started 26 years ago. After our French restaurants in Makati, that's our next restaurants, the one Ilustrado, in the walled city of Intramuros.
Bonnie is actually a familiar face in the motoring scene, as he has become a favorite caterer of many automotive companies in their major events.
You know, it's a long story because this is started when we do the caterings in all their launching. If they have a new cars, they call us for a catering. And then the CFO, Klaus Schadewald, talked to us regarding having a cafe or a lounge here inside the showroom. I thought that businessman's point of view, I mean, who are my clients here? No? And then when he told me that us, okay, deal. So we have you as our number of clients, it's a deal. We will have a coffee shop in your showroom.
The Pimentel daughters prepared a delectable spread for the guests. And Bernice gladly talked about what they had prepared for the launch of V by Ilustrado.
Hi, I'm Chef Bernice Pimentel of Ilustrado. So now we are here at V by Ilustrado. Yeah. The specialties of Ilustrado, I would say, is the callos madrileña and the lengua con setas. These are the very Spanish dishes that we've been serving in all the Ilustrado branches. But if we're going around the table, this one is quite new. We call this the tuyo putanesca. So the classical putanesca is served with anchovies, but we Filipinized it by serving it with tuyo instead of anchovies. Ilustrado is also very famous for our Caesar salad. So we turned it into a sandwich by making it into a chicken Caesar salad panini. So we use our homemade salad dressing. We serve it with grilled chicken, with bacon, the parmesan, the works, and then we press it in a panini presser. The brioche is homemade as well. We make it ourselves. So you get the best of both worlds, I would say, with your salad dressing into a sandwich. If you want a more heavy dish, there you have it. We do serve tapas. So we call it tapas. These are just a few examples of it. We have the beef salpicao, which is an Angus beef. Usual, we saute it in garlic, olive oil, Spanish paprika, just season it with salt and pepper, that's it. And then we have what we call our gambas and our mushroom al ajillo. Again, same. Shrimp sauteed in olive oil, garlic, chili fingers, and some Spanish paprika. This is our chorizo fritos, which is chorizo Bilbao. It's very Spanish, so it's very simple. Since Ilustrado is again very Filipino-Spanish, we are offering our chorizo burger. So apart from our V burger, which is a 100% Wagyu, we are serving this, which is 100% chorizo. The usual flavors, the spices, the garlic, the paprikas. So we turn it into a burger, we serve it with red cabbage and garlic aioli. Okay, for the sandwiches, we serve kamote chips. So still, again, very Filipino. So as opposed to potato chips. And Ilustrado, a menu wouldn't be complete with Ilustrado if you don't have the palabo, topped with bagnet. Okay, so we make the sauce ourselves. It's made from simmering shrimp shells. So it's like taking the flavors from the shrimps and then cooking it until it's nice and thick with some seasonings. And then we use thick rice noodles to go with it, and then topped with chicharron and a thrice cooked pork belly, which is the bagnet. Okay. The lengua con setas is one of the house specialties as well. Some people are not very fond of it because it's ox tongue, but once you try it, you won't even think it's made from an ox tongue. So it's really good. It's nice and soft. The sauce we serve it with is a brown mushroom sauce, which we make ourselves as well. So we make everything from scratch. We make the stock. We simmer the bones until we get a nice full flavor, and then we serve it with our lengua. Last but not the least, of course, any meal in Ilustrado won't be complete if you don't have our classic Ilustrado cakes. They're very classical to look at. It's straight to the point. You have your carrot cake with cream cheese frosting. You have your Sanstrival. We make our Sanstrival, the buttercream is salted, so you get a mix of the sweet and salty flavor. We're very famous for our chocolate fudge cake and our baked cheesecake. These are the two best sellers, I would say. But for those who want to get the best of both worlds, you can also have our chocolate decadent cheesecake, which is a half baked cheesecake and a half chocolate ganache. So that way, when you eat it, you get both light and sinful, I would say. Last on the dessert is our blueberry cheesecake, which is contrary to the baked cheesecake. This is a no-bake cheesecake, and then it's light and creamy, and then we just top it with blueberries, and then that's it. So last but not the least, we have our callos madrileña. It is also made of ox stripes that we we slow cook it for 3 to 4 hours until it's nice and soft. That's also the reason why our callos madrileña is nice and thick, because it's because of the ox stripe. So we saute it also with bacon slab, chorizo, some garbanzos as you can see, and pimiento, and then Spanish paprika, since again the common spice that we use is Spanish paprika. So yeah, there you go. Ox stripes, bacon slab, chorizo, garbanzos, pimiento. Finish it with sili-sigang, and then you have a very nice, very good callos madrileña.
The By Ilustrado Cafe and Lounge is the newest branch of Ilustrado, but it certainly is not going to be the last, says Bonnie, who is ready to respond to the clamor for good Spanish dishes.
Well, our future plans, we still have a lot of offers, actually, to operate like this. A small coffee shop. I have one in World Trade Center. which I'm very inclined to do it. I have another offer in Rockwell, which are restaurants to operate. So it seems that I was talking to all my two girls, Bea and Bernice, that would you like to do it? So I told them, fine with us, Dad. If you like it, we'll fine. Okay, we'll do it. If the offers is good, we'll do it.
And while you are feasting your eyes on these Volkswagen models, take time out for breakfast, lunch, dinner, or just drinks at the V by Ilustrado.
To all the viewers that we have tonight, so I would like to invite all of you that you have a new alternatives here in BGC, your other destinations for your dining pleasure. No, if you want to have the taste of Ilustrado, here we are in Makati, BGC. You can have it here. So I know that Ilustrado is a bit far from you here, but here we are now in BGC. So you can come here and have a taste of our specialty like callos, like lengua or au paella for lunch and dinner. We also open for breakfast if you wish to. It's very quaint, it's very nice ambience here in the showroom of Volkswagen. So please do come.